Hi, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today on my 12 days left of celebration series, and we are actually down to 2 days left. So today is March the 30th and tomorrow is the last day of celebration. So I have a really fun project to show you today, and it features a stamp set out of the Occasions catalog, and then the other products are out of our annual catalog. But just so that you remember, you have until tomorrow to be able to participate in Celebration, where for every $50 that you spend, you're able to pick a free item out of the Celebration catalog. And the other thing that will be ending tomorrow as well is my mystery hostess giveaway. So you can find out more information about that on my blog, which there'll be an accompanying blog post. But what I'm doing is for anyone that shops in my online store, if you purchase, if your order is $150, you automatically receive hostess benefits. But if you purchase below $150, attach the hostess code to your order, and you will be entered into my mystery hostess giveaway. And what I'm doing is on April 1st, I'm randomly picking one person to win all of the hostess benefits. And that started on March the 20th when I started my 12 days left of celebration series. So we are on the 11th day. All right, so this bag that I want to show you today, this is actually something that I made right when I first started my blog back in the summer. I got this idea from Poodles. She's a demonstrator over in the UK, and this was a Pandora inspired gift bag. So I thought that it would be really fun to make one during this series. So let me show you what I did to make this cute little happy birthday gift bag. I'm going to be using the stamp set Balloon Bash. This is in our Occasions catalog. So these are the images that you'll see, and we're going to be using this image right here. I'm also using the Maritime Designer Series paper, and that's in our annual catalog. So you will be able to find that information in that catalog. I'm going to be using our Starburst framelits. I'm going to be using the second to smallest one. That's what's going to give that starburst that I cut out here with my Big Shot, and I'm using Night of Navy for that. And then I did Real Red. I stamped that out and I cut it out. All right, so let me show you the directions on how to make the bag. It's very easy. The first thing that you're going to want to do is either cut a piece of cardstock or designer series paper, 8 by 11. So that's the size of paper that you'll need. And you're going to do some scoring. So if you have your Simply Scored tool, you'll want to get that out. And what you're going to do is score at 4 3/4 and 6 1/4. Okay, and then you're going to rotate it where it's portrait, and you're going to score at 1 1/2, and then you're going to score at 6 1/2. Now, before you fold, before you crease on all of the score lines, what you need to do is to fold up the paper where the edges match, because you're going to be making the circle right here for the ribbon, and you're going to be using the 1/2 inch circle punch. And I just go, I'm just going to where the star is, so that looks like about a 1/2 inch down, and just punch it out. All right, then once you do that, now you can score on all the fold on all the score lines. And if you have a bone folder, you'll want to use that so you get a good crease. Okay, so after you've folded it on all the score lines, what you're going to do is here in the middle section, I think it's easier to see on this side, you're going to take your scissors and just cut up to the first score line. Okay. You're going to do that on both sides. next thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna notch the little squares on either side. So just trim off a little bit. This just allows the bag just to fold a little bit nicer. Okay. All right, the next step is to lay the piece of paper where the inside is on top and fold over the small flaps. And you're gonna need sticky strip for this. You probably could use Fast Fuse, but just because it's a gift bag, I'm gonna use my sticky strip. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put 2 strips on both of these flaps, okay? So this is what it should look like after you've put the sticky strip on both of the inside flaps. Now what you're gonna wanna do is put sticky strip, well, first thing you're gonna wanna do is determine which side you think is the front. The way the bag is designed is that the flap, if you can see here, the flap folds over. And actually, I did this one backwards. I should have made this one the front because I think it looks nicer for the flaps to be in the back. So if you look here, you can see that the edge of the paper is on the front side. So what I want to do is I want to put the sticky strip here so that when I close it, the bag, the flap goes that way, if that makes any sense. You'll see once we start putting it together. So what you want to do is you want to put 2 long strips of sticky strip on this flap and on that flap. All right, so once you have all the sticky strip on there, it should look like this, okay? So now you're just gonna remove the backing. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna build the wall. So you wanna take this flap and very carefully make sure that the edges meet before you press down and commit to that being permanent, because sticky strip is permanent. So there we go. Okay, you're gonna do that on the other side. Okay, and then when you take the strips off, this is just going to fold like so. Okay, so let's take off the backing tape on these 2 panels. And then again, just make sure that you are matching as good as you can before you press down hard. Okay, and so that is what the bag looks like. So this is going to be my front where the panel ends in the back, facing the back. And then what you want to do to get that Pandora inspired bag, you just kind of want to pinch it together. So it looks like that. All right. Okay, so let's start on the next part. What you're going to need to do is just get a scrap of Night of Navy. And like I said, I'm using the Starburst framelit, so I'm getting the second to smallest framelit. And I'm going to run this through my Big Shot. And then you want to use Balloon Bash. Like I said earlier, this is the stamp set that we're using from the Occasions catalog. And we're going to be using this image right here. And we're going to be inking that up in Real Red. So just get some Whisper White cardstock and make sure you ink that up good. And now we're going to take our paper snips and we're actually just cutting out the banner section. We're going to cut out, we're not going to use the happy birthday or the little flourishes on the side. And I'm just going to cut close to the red as possible. Okay, and then just bring back in your medallion or your starburst, and then just pop it up with a couple of dimensionals. And then you'll just want to center that onto the starburst. And just hold off on that. The next thing you're going to do is I'm using the white satin ribbon, and you're just going to, I'd say you can cut a good 16 inches. And then this is how you get that bow. So you're going to feed the ribbon through the back, bring it up, and now you're going to loop it around and feed it just through that front hole. Like so. And then you can pull it through where you've got the tails or the ribbon even. Yeah. And then this is where you'll just make the bow. All right, so then you just want to take your scissors and just cut off the edges, just the tails to where you want it to be, just to give it a sharp, clean edge if any of the ribbon has frayed while you were tying the bow. And then the last thing that you want to do is just put a couple of dimensionals on the back of the starburst and just put it on the front of the gift bag. And that is it. A Pandora-inspired gift bag. So this is just a fun little project that you can make for birthday presents. Instead of going to the store and spending a lot of money on gift bags, you can make your own with some designer series paper that you have. All right, guys, if y'all have any questions over what I made today, any of the products, feel free to comment below. And like I said, I'll have the accompanying blog post to go along with this. And then if you have any questions about the Mystery Hostess giveaway or celebration, don't hesitate. Don't wait. Y'all need to get in touch with me. I think it's going to be really fun to see who wins on Wednesday. I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised by how much free stuff you can pick. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.